Welcome back, trainers. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at a new Zweilous team, but this time, instead of Haunter, we're going to be using defense form Deoxys, so this should be fun. With that said, let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so here we go. So instead of using Haunter, I thought I'd go with the Deoxys defense form. We're going to be picking up a bit of fighting coverage there to go up against those steel or potentially rock type Pokemon. I found it to work really nice for myself, and if we get caught up in, say, a swap with Deoxys and then we have a counter with a dark type, we're going to be able to go back in there with potentially the Azumarill or the Zweilous. And if we do a swap into Azumarill and we get caught up with a grass, we can go back in there with the Zweilous and potentially try to pick that up with the resistance with the dragon type. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look here. It was a lot of fun, and let's get into it. So we're up against the Whiscash here, and we're going to be shielding that up so we can potentially get off this Ice Beam and connect it here. They're using their last shield, which is okay with me. And they're going to be using their energy here as well to take us out. We could have potentially got to another Ice Beam. And I like it when they use that energy when we're at low health. I'm pretty sure a lot of you do. We're going to be going back in here with our Deoxys defense form. And I do believe we want to counter this thing down here. This is not going to be a blizzard way too soon. We are going to be able to take this here. They are bringing us low. They made us switch. And we're going to be go ahead and switch into our Zweilous. And we're going to be going with that Dark Pulse. They have no more shields, and it's connecting. Don't know if they have an Ice Punch, so we're just going to be using our shield here to Shadow Ball, so that wouldn't have been very effective. Still would have put a nice dent into us, and we could have potentially saved that shield, but that's all right. We still have energy here, in which we're going to be able to get off onto that Registeel, doing a good amount of damage. And we do still have our Deoxys defense form in the back. It's not the healthiest, but it does have a lot of energy. We're going to be able to get off this Thunderbolt. This is going to do neutral damage to that Registeel. The counters are going to be adding up, and this is why I like Deoxys defense form. So basically, with the Zweilous, Haunter, and the Azumarill combo that we were using, the only real tank was the Azumarill. But with this team here, we kind of had two tanks, the defense form and the Azumarill. So it's kind of nice, a little bit more safe, I suppose. Although the other team was fun to use. Now, in this matchup, you can win in some cases. I found it. Now, most of the time, you should be able to win this matchup with the Zweilous, but I found a few matches that I'm just way far behind. I'm not too sure if it's going to be the IVs on the Altaria being, perfect for PvP, or just me, missing out on a few Dragon Breaths somehow through the network here. But nonetheless, we're losing this matchup, but they did use two shields, and that is the advantage here. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with the Deoxys and take that Sky Attack. They have no more shields. We have one. Let's see what they're going to do. They're bringing in their own Deoxys defense form. So this is not a horrible thing here. Let's see what happens. It all really depends on what they have in the back here. I'm going to go ahead and let this go through. And we still have a full health Azumarill in the back here. So getting kind of low, we're going to go ahead and go with the Rock Slide here. I think I should have went with that in the first place, but that's perfectly fine. They're not going to be countering us down, so that's a good thing as well, using that energy right at the end. Going to go ahead and bring in our Azumarill here, and I kind of want to just farm this thing down. At this point, they've thrown Rock Slide quite a bit. There's been no other reason for them to go with Thunderbolt, and there they actually revealed it, and their last Pokemon is going to be a Registeel. So we can win this here, because we still have a shield and quite a bit of energy, since we did farm down that Deoxys there. So they're getting their energy off with that Flash Cannon. We're going to be able to go for this Hydro Pump. This is going to take it out. And then we're going to be able to bubble down that Deoxys there and take the win with the Azumarill. Looking good. On to the next match here. And we're met with a horrible lead. Clefable, we do not... Oh boy. See, we're Dark and Dragon. Both of those are weak to Fairy. And Charm is just going to take us out in like three charms. So we're switching into our Deoxys, and they're going into Whiscash here. Now, I do believe if I make a mistake, I go for Thunderbolt. You should just go for Rock Slide. So a little bit of an error on my end here, but that's perfectly fine. Let's see how this one plays out nonetheless. And getting it through. Have quite a bit of energy. We're going to go ahead and go with Rock Slide. We haven't used this shield at this point. And they're using a shield. And I do believe I may shield up here so I can get off one more Rock Slide and win this matchup. Let's see if they decide to use their last shield or not. because it's going to be a pretty big deal winning this, and we do. Perfect. All right, so let's see what they're going to bring in. It's going to be a Skarmory here, so this is not a horrible situation. I am bringing in the Zweilous because they have the Charm User in the back, and I definitely need to match up my Azumarill with that, so I'm bringing in the Zweilous right now. And we're going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. No more shields after they use that last one there. And we're going to get one more Body Slam in, just a little bit of damage before they do take us out. And we should be able to potentially farm this thing down. I forgot how I play this out. So I'm going to shield this up because we don't have to really worry about a charge move from the Clefable, just a lot of charm damage. They're going to be able to get to one more Sky Attack, which is fine. We're farming down. We have a ton of energy. We're going to be able to go for a Hydro Pump here. This is getting real close, folks. And bringing it real close. What's it going to be? We're going for that Ice Beam right at the last second here. We could have farmed, but it would have put us extremely low, and I think the Skarmory would have been able to take us out. And we have enough health to survive and finish off the Skarmory with Bubble. Absolutely amazing. Good game there. All right, moving it on. We're met with a Registeel, and I do believe this is not the best, right? We could take a Flash Cannon. Focus Blast, not so much. So it is going to be a Flash Cannon. We knew because it was a little bit soon there. We're going to be able to take that. Retreating our Zweilous with a ton of energy. They're going to be bringing in their Hypno. Now, we do have to look out for Shadow Ball here. It's not going to, be super threatening. Well, actually, it's going to hurt. Let's be honest here. But they took a while to charge up, so I'm really curious. We're going to let it go through. It is a Shadow Ball, unfortunately. So as you can see there, we're able to survive. The confusions aren't very effective here. It's going to be a pretty close one. And we're able to get to another Rock Slide. This is great. Love this Deoxys defense form. Really expensive, but it is so worth it, guys. Trust me, if you have the resources. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go back in here with Zweilous and farm down. Now we have a ton of energy. 2 shields as well. They're bringing in a Azumarill, and check out this Body Slam spam, guy. Whoa, that's 1. And this is going to be 2. We had a ton of energy built up here from the beginning, and we're able to get to a 3rd one. And these are adding up quickly. And with the resisted water type damage from Bubble, we're going to be able to survive and get off another one, folks. Let's go. So we're both resisting each other's quick moves at this point. Going to be bringing in our own Azumarill here. And I kind of want to farm it down, but we're just going to go ahead and go with Ice Beam here so we don't have to take even more damage. Just get it out of there. And it is going to be that Registeel. We're going to shield up. We should be able to, well, we will be able to survive another Flash Cannon, and a Hydro Pump will take it out. So they're going to hit us here, or we're going to shield up, all right? It's a good thing we saved that. And we didn't necessarily need it at this point, to be honest, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. You never know with the lag, and we're taking them out, and good game there. All right, so we're met with a, looks like a rank 10 from Season 1 because of the pose. Let's see what they have going on with a Registeel. Now, we're going to catch this Focus Blast. I'm hoping it's a Focus Blast with the Deoxys, and we do. That's a big deal there. They're going to be bringing in Umbreon, which is going to be doing super effective damage, but the thing about Deoxys, the nice thing is counter, super effective right back, and we're pretty tanky. So we're just going to go ahead and let this Deoxys go down here. Like we described in the beginning, if we did get countered by a Dark type, we're going to be able to go back in there with either the Zweilous or the Umbreon to handle that, and we'll just try to work around the situation after that. So bring it pretty low, as you can see here. Very nice. So I think I might want to go back in here with Zweilous and farm it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to get it all the way down here. We're going to go ahead and let this go through. It's just a foul play. Perfect. All right, so it looks like they wanted to get off energy before they went down. We're going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse here. They're going to be shielding it up, and we're going to go ahead and go for another one because that was their last shield. Or no, never mind. They have another shield. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so we're bringing in our Azumarill to not necessarily catch that, but we just wanted to swap at this point. We're going to be able to take a Flash Cannon very comfortably, and what do they have in the back is the mystery. They haven't swapped yet, so that leads me to believe, is it an Altaria or what? It is going to be a Whiscash, so they have one more shield. We're going to build up to a Hydro Pump and go ahead and go for the Hydro Pump. Let's see if they decide to shield, and they don't, which is big right there. We're going to go ahead and go in here with our Zweilous to absorb the Mud Bomb here. And the Dragon Reds are just going to be adding up like crazy. Going to go ahead and go for that Body Slam. Obviously, they're going to be using that shield here. And this is perfectly fine. If they take us out, oh, it's a Blizzard. Okay, yeah, definitely going down and bringing in the Azumarill. We're going to be able to take the win with Bubbles, though. Very good game. I was able to go 5-0 for my first time around using this team. Pretty happy with the results here. We are still at the lower ranks, but as you've seen there, that was a prior level 10 that we just battled. So it's not like these people don't know what they're doing, right? We're all mixed up in the same kind of rank at the moment until later down the line here. So we didn't have that good of a matchup the whole time. So let's go ahead and see how this ends up. So we're met with a Registeel. We're going to be throwing in a Cresselia. So yeah, Cresselia. Just for one battle, I wanted to test it out, but I came to the realization as soon as I was in the battle, I was thinking to myself, okay, what can I do against Steel here? All right, so that was a bright idea. Now we're just going to ruin our streak here because I can already tell this is not 100% loss, but it's not looking good. Right, we just basically lost our Cresselia, and that Registeel is still looking healthy at half health, and it's going to be able to potentially get to a Flash Cannon here. But I think this might KO. All right, yeah, we're able to take it out with the Zweilous. That's good. But they have a Azumarill, so we're going to swap into our own Azumarill to catch this potential Ice Beam here, and we catch it, which is great. We're catching all these things. We're not, well, not in this battle, but it's not looking great, right? So I think to myself, I'm just going to back out. But let's just play it out just a little bit longer here because you never know what they might have. We still have 2 shields. It's not all bad. But the Azumarill is pretty low at this point. So hopes are kind of dropping at this point. And going to go for another Hydro Pump. So if you like to run Play Rough, you know, obviously that's going to help you out in the mirror match. But personally for myself, I just love that coverage for the Bastodons. Or anything else like Registeel, right? So going back in here with the Zweilous, going to get off a Body Slam here. And I think they have an Altaria in the back. Yeah, and that's game. I think I just back out. Yep, good game. You got me. All right, so we ruined our streak with Cresselia, unfortunately. So let's keep it going. So we're met with an Umbreon. This is an okay matchup, right? So they're making a switch into their Umbreon or to their Azumarill. And we're going to go ahead and move into our Deoxys here. Expecting a Hydro Pump, but it is going to be an Ice Beam. So that's good that we didn't use our shield there. Going to go for the Thunderbolt. Let's see if we can get this through. Going to do a lot of damage. Great. Now at this point, we can just go straight for the Rock Slide since we got the Thunderbolt through. Going to shield this up. It is going to be a Hydro Pump this time, so good call on my end. Let's see if they decide to use a shield to keep that Azumarill alive here. And forgive me if I keep messing up the names, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. When you do the fast commentary, you just kind of like get it mixed up sometimes, and you don't really want to go back and re-edit the whole part just because you mixed up a name. You guys get it. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, going back in here with the Swell is going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. I don't know what I was thinking. I got a little thrown off by the Munchlax, so I started like, well, I thought I was going to be going for Body Slam. So I like kind of hit the Dark Pulse animation weird. Anyways, we're looking good in this situation. The licks are going to be resisted. And we're going to be able to get to the Body Slam here. And we're looking pretty good. Love this Pokemon. Zweilous is so fun to use. It can get absolutely destroyed by Charm users. You know, I think the worst thing for you to see is going to be a Shadow Gardevoir with Charm. That is going to just... I don't know how many Charms. I mean, 2 or 3? It is going to be bad. And guess what? We have that encounter down the line. You're going to see... yeah, it's not great. But anyways, they're bringing in their Umbreon here. We are shieldless and have a bunch of energy. They're going for last resort. It is getting down to the wire here. I should be able to potentially pull this win. If I can get to another or a Ice Beam here, and we do, we're able to, should be able to finish off this Umbreon. All right. Oh, but they had that Munchlax with a couple of HP. We take it out. Falls back and takes a nap after its food coma. So on to the next battle here. We're met with a Dugong. This is bad news. 1, it's super effective to our Zweilous, and 2, if we switch into our Azumarill, they're going to lower our attack and then probably switch out into something super effective. Or if we switch into our Deoxys, they're going to lower our attack and then switch into their own Deoxys defense form, and now we're going to be in this really bad situation here. So, not looking good. We're definitely not going to shield this up. We're just going to let it go down because at this point, it's not useless, but it's not worth trying to salvage this thing with the switch clock. You know, it's I'm able to switch now, but it's just not worth it. Gonna let it go down and gonna go back in here with our Azumarill. hoping this is going to be a Rock Slides the Thunderbolt, doing a lot of damage. And now we have to think about that Dugong. Now, I personally have one, so if you're thinking about using your Elite quick, soon to get, and or your Elite Charge TM to have that double legacy on it, it is very good. Although, don't think you're going to just, get this double legacy Dugong, go into Go Battle League and just destroy, or it's going to, help you easily take wins. You're still going to have to know how to maneuver it, just like every other Pokemon, unless you're using Registeel. You can throw a Registeel on your team, you have nothing to worry about. No, that's not the truth. You look out for them all while. But anyways, we're in a pretty tight situation. I think I still do okay here. Yeah, I think so they're getting off that Icy Wind. They're switching into their Altaria, and I have a little bit of energy stored up, so let's see. I didn't quit yet. We still have a shield left, but the Dragon Breaths are adding up. We're going to be shielding this up, obviously. Now, I think I tried to farm as much as I could until the very last second here. See if I can get 2 Body Slams. I came close, guys. It was a close one. But could I farm down the Altaria and then Body Slam the Dugong? I don't know. I think they would have taken it. We would have had like a double KO, I think. So there's that Gardevoir with Charm. Oh my gosh. So we got out of there quick. That thing's going to just destroy everything. And I don't think the best switch, because we're using counter and it's resisted, and the Charm is just melted us. So bad call. Should have went to Azumarill. So now we're going to probably get destroyed by the Gardevoir here. We're going to have to shield that up. Some people don't even have the charge move. They just have Frustration. They just use it for Charm, which works. I mean, you're expecting some sort of, hard-hitting move from this Shadow Gardevoir, and it's just going to throw Frustration and use your shield. Oh, it's pretty funny. It's happened to me before. Anyway, we're met with the Meganium. All right, and they go with the Registeel here. I'm going to go ahead and shield up this Flash Cannon, getting quite a bit of energy here. And now we're going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. Don't know how I'm going to recover this battle, honestly. Just playing it out to see what I can do. I'm going to get off this Body Slam before we go down here, before they get off a charge move. This is obviously going to take us out. This is going to be a Flash Cannon. Going in here with the Azumarill, we have no health. They're going to go in with the Meganium and take the win. Now, if I would have tapped on that Ice Beam, I think I could have won there. I was really frustrated with myself because I was tapping the screen, but they made a nice switch, so good game. We're met with a Altaria here. So we've seen this before, how the difference in HP with our Dragon Breaths. Watch how this one's going to be a little bit more even, I think. Well, no, we're losing again. Sometimes I go up against, it has to be the IVs on the Altaria, has to be. But usually with my Zweilous here, I'm going to be able to burn 2 shields, which is nice. They didn't shield that one up. They were able to survive. Very interesting there. But most of the time, I'm able to get 2 shields out of them, or we're able to take them out with the Body Slam at the end, surviving with just a sliver of HP, so they can't farm us. They're bringing in Skarmory, which made me pretty happy here. All right, and we're going for Thunderbolt. And we're doing a lot of damage with counter. It's adding up because of that steel type. It also going to be flying, so it's not, super effective. Wanted to farm down, getting a little bit brave here. We're surviving with like 2 HP or 1. I knew they're going to probably come in with some sort of steel type, so I go with the Thunderbolt there, which, yeah, we're able to get the last shield, which is fine. If they didn't shield up, then we would have done neutral damage. Nonetheless, Deoxys did its job there. Going to be shielding up this first Flash Cannon, and we should be able to potentially win this here. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends like usual. It really does help me out. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are staying safe out there and trying to make it through these times that we're in. So we're going to be able to take the win with the Ice Beam. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.